All right, welcome back. Week 13, Dirty 30 pod. We took last week off. It feels like it's been a minute. How we doing, boys?
Doing great. Had a nice little Thanksgiving and up north and just getting back into the swing of things. So it's good to be home and back at her.
Man, glad to hear it. Christian, how was Thanksgiving?
It was good. So down here in Mississippi, just hanging out with family. Sorry I missed the week before. That was my bad. But
All
yeah,
good, buddy.
we it was a great Thanksgiving. Ate too much, drank too much, but what are you gonna do?
All good, buddy. The picture of the fireplace and the football, it looked solid, man.
It wasn't bad. It
I'm
wasn't bad.
pretty,
That was
I'm
my
pretty
parents' house. That wasn't my place. So
yeah. I'm pretty jealous though, either way.
Mhm.
We're gonna get back to it. It's just kind of a normal week, right? We got 2 weeks left of the regular season, which is kind of crazy to think about. And a lot of things up in stake. We got bye weeks. We got who's getting the bye in our league, right? We got who's making playoffs in our league. The trade deadline ended. We got a lot of things to talk about, but we start off like we always start off. We're gonna start off with studs of the week, duds of the week last week. Debbie, who do you got, man? Studs of the week.
Yeah. Went with my boy Bijan.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about it. His first touchdown was week one and got two of them last week. 25.8 points. Things are starting to come together for him. So that was good to see. So
Yeah, he's gonna be an interesting case of like where he goes next year, and like
mhm.
he's clearly good, right? Yeah, the Arthur Smith thing kind of throws me
Was
off a
he
little bit.
fourth overall this year?
Fourth overall this year. Yep,
Mhm.
slightly too early.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Dud of the week. Name that we've seen in the stud of the week more than a few times, so it's kind of weird putting him in here. Adam Thielen, not even a point 0.7 was his final score.
Wow.
In a
Just
good
kind of
matchup. In a really good matchup.
I know I played him in some DFS and I was pretty upset about it. That
Yeah.
it was definitely a smash spot and they just could not get things going. So that's kind of a bummer. Maybe another rebound this week, but yeah, you hate to see it. Not great.
Yeah, kind of fell off after the first 6, 8
Yeah.
weeks. Has been kind of quiet lately. So I'm with
Yep.
you. Christian, start of the week, dud of the week.
Yeah. Start of the week. I don't think we've really talked about many quarterbacks for being studs of the week.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy obviously like he kind of goes to show like why you would want to keep a quarterback sometimes or
Yep.
whatever. Because I mean, fuck, he put the team on his back and unfortunately he couldn't get it done in the game. But Josh Allen with 43.6, that is just stupid. Stupid numbers against on the road in a shitty, wet, rainy game. I mean, he was balling out. So that was fun to watch. Dud of the week, Saquon Barkley coming off such like a good week the week before, and I thought he would do really well. Against New England, who they've just been shit all year, and I thought Saquon would kind of stay hot, but 5.7, just you know, that's just kind of underwhelming any week for Saquon, but especially last week.
Yeah, for sure, man. That Bills Eagle game of the year so far. I'm thinking
That was sick.
That
That
was
was
yeah.
awesome.
that was fun, man. It was a
Yeah.
snoozer in the first half, and you just could not turn it off in the second half. That was fun.
I actually almost put Hertz as my stud of the week, but I just couldn't do it.
I get it,
Yeah.
man.
Too
Yeah, I mean
painful.
he was right up there as well, right? He had 40 or
Yeah.
so. So
He saved you. I almost had you.
dude, you definitely almost had me. I was worried. You
Yeah,
did.
you got a tight butthole.
I did. I needed that win last week too, man.
I think we were driving back. I was like, God damn it. All right.
My stud of the week, it's Tyler's running back, Raheem Mostert, 21.4. Dude just keeps finding the end zone. Didn't want to that last play of the game, right? Kind of ran around the edge a little bit, but made his way in either way. Just has been solid, man. And dud of the week, I picked Craig from Craig's team. They actually played each other last week. Austin Eckler, 6.9 points, just as kind of looked sluggish. I think like the video going around Twitter is, he kind of turns the corner and just like can't beat anyone to the edge. And it's just, I don't know. Just kind of seems weird. So, so
I agree.
there's studs of the week, duds of the week. And Austin Eckler's kind of a transition into our trades that we have to talk about. We got two. Trade deadline ended on Wednesday.
It was quiet, considerably quiet for, I think a lot of people were kind of nervous about that punishment.
Well, that was going to be my question, right? My question was going to be like, do you think the punishment is right now? What are you guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely think it definitely put a lot more thought into trades, because you had guys that were going to put themselves in, if you go to the bottom four, you can have as good of a team as you want. You can have all the keepers in the world. And that's what I was looking at. Like, I was looking at the bottom four teams and I'm like, fuck, like these guys might only be able to keep one player. And, no matter how many good, and like, what are they going to get in return? It's like, they can't, I guess they could trade their keepers for like draft picks.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't get to keep them. I mean, that's the whole fun in the league. You get to keep you get to keep your guys, so I definitely think it mattered. I definitely think it played into effect for sure.
Me too. I think we're on the right path, right? I still hold like some, hey, it might be too severe of a consequence, 50-50, right?
Right.
Maybe it should be a little bit more on that wheel, but I certainly think we're on the right path. Debbie, your thoughts, man?
Yeah, you just can't be scared of a little punishment.
Yeah.
Can't be afraid. You could have you could be in the toilet bowl with a really good team and all it takes is one bad week.
Can't be
right.
Can't be afraid.
For sure, man. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. I fucked up that trade deadline a little bit in the group chat a couple times. My bad, right? I don't know why I had Tuesday just like seared into my brain, but I did. And it was Wednesday. So hopefully I didn't fuck that up for anyone, but we'll move forward. We ended with 21 trades this year. If I remember right, the magic number last year was 30. So a little less activity this year than last year, but
that's still a lot of trades.
It's a lot.
It's a good amount.
A lot of trades. That's about like 18 more than my other leagues usually.
This league will never be quiet, right? 21's felt quiet, and like 21's a shit ton. So,
which I like. Everyone just shows they care.
It's fun. Everyone knows their stuff. That's why
nice active league. Yeah,
that's why we're here. That's why we do a podcast, right? It's fun, man. Trade that happened last week was Derek kind of said, hey, I'm going for some keepers, right? Traded Austin Eckler and Evan Ingram away for Kenneth Walker, who was a 6th round keeper, and Laporta, who I think is a 12th or a 13th round keeper.
13, I believe. Yeah. Nice. Because him and Kincaid, the 2 rookie tight ends, are 13 rounders.
Perfect. Walker's out a couple of weeks. Craig's kind of going for it, right? He's kind of on that bubble. I thought it was a fair trade. A's for both. I don't have too many notes on this one. How about you guys? Anything to add?
No, I agree. I don't really like Ingram, but I guess I get it. Could he I know he's getting Eckler. Could he maybe got a little bit more? Probably not, but I don't know. I would have maybe looked for a different piece than Ingram, but it is what it is. It's not like he's terrible, but that's just my personal feeling on it. But yeah, it's a good grade or a good swap for both. So,
and I think if Derek gets Walker back, then by the time the toilet bowl comes around, like pretty even swap for Walker and Eckler, right? At this point, for sure.
Yeah.
So especially when you get a top 5 tight end,
For sure.
It's a good move.
I'm with you. The next one has a little more layers to it. We got Rhodey giving up Travis Kelce and Chuba Hubbard as kind of a throw in for Tank Dell, who I believe is a 15 round keeper. I think he was the last round, 14, 15. one of those two, and then Jonathan Taylor, who is a 4th-round keeper. All this took place an hour before we learned Jonathan Taylor got hurt, right? So the group chat was active before that hour. Christian, what are your thoughts on this trade, man?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like after it's so hard because like if you were to ask me who my top keepers were right now, Tank Dell would probably be in my top 3 or 4.
I
Like
get that.
without question. So I think like Tank Dell was a really good piece for Marcus to get, regardless of what was going on.
Yeah.
I think Rhodey, and I don't know if he has a fucking horseshoe up his ass or what it is, but like getting rid of JT at that moment, and I get his point of view, you know, and he
for sure.
laid it out. He's like, you know, I'm only going to play these guys and, you know, this and that, but we're still 5 weeks from the championship, you know, like you need the depth. And I think that like, he obviously has depth at tight end now, but he had depth before. Like Kincaid has been averaging since he became a starter, he's averaging just as much per game as Kelsey. And it's like, you know, will Knox cut into that? Maybe a little, but I would rather like trust a team like Buffalo who's fighting to get into the playoffs where Allen throws fucking 50 times a game, you know, rather than like Mahomes where they could lock up the 1 seed and, you know, like they're obviously still going to throw to Kelsey, but like, I just don't really trust that offense, you know? So yeah. I think Marcus got a slightly better haul, obviously you know, like unfortunate with the JT, but
at the injury, right? We don't
time know. I would have given Marcus an A+ at the time, and I would have given Rhodey a B+ maybe. Like it was a good trade, but I thought Marcus was I think he improved his team significantly more than Rhodey did. And that's just my point.
I can't agree more. Right? I think Marcus's team for sure got better.
Right.
And I need to squint a little bit to see Rhodey's team getting better. Yeah. Not saying it can't, right? Like he is loaded. He is loaded, right? And
he has fucking a ton of depth. I wonder if Marcus, because obviously, like I think JT's the best back on his team, in my opinion. Yep. But like, I mean, I wonder if Marcus, like, if he was just dead set on getting rid of JT the whole time, or if like Pollard and his keeper value kind of kept him away from trading away Pollard, because Pollard's been kind of subpar all year. You know, I mean,
not great.
Yeah, curious to see how
it was an exciting trade. It was a very exciting trade, nonetheless.
It was, yeah. Curious to see like how the trade talks like took place, right? I'm with you. Debbie, any thoughts?
Yeah, no, I agree. I can't go wrong with getting Kelsey. I don't think so. I was gonna poke the bear a little bit. Like, are you saying that you'd take Kincaid over Kelsey the rest of the season there, Christian? I mean, it sounded like that's what you're saying.
I mean, if you asked me to pick one guy right now, including his keeper value, I'd rather have, like, if you told me you can have Kelsey for this year only, or you can have Kincaid this year plus next year in the 13th, I would take Kincaid.
Gross.
I would.
I completely disagree.
That's fair.
In the off season,
I get it.
I agree. Yeah. In the off season, I agree. I'd take Kincaid with the 13th, right? But yeah, Rhodey's in a different spot, right?
Rhodey now gets Kelsey, and he also keeps Kincaid. So like he is in a good spot.
Both. He's got both. Yeah. No, I'm with you, man. It's an interesting trade. Jonathan Taylor coming back, when he's going to come back, what he looks like when he comes back, kind of adds another wrinkle to all this too.
I think he got surgery today. They haven't put him on IR or anything yet, but
2 to 3 weeks. Some people are skeptical. Who knows, right? It'll be interesting, right? It will be.
I have him everywhere else, so I'm like really hating it. I got some must-win weeks coming up, and losing him has not been good.
Yeah, man. We got some juicy matchups to talk about here. I think only 2 people are eliminated at this point. I don't know if Derek's officially eliminated. I maybe shouldn't say that.
I don't think he's officially eliminated.
Okay. Debbie's
Derek and Tyler are officially eliminated. I still got a shot.
No. Debbie's team officially eliminated. Derek mostly eliminated. Tyler actually has a shot. Tyler, Craig, myself, Eric, all kind of battling for two.
Oh yeah, Eric.
Kind of battling for two playoff spots there, and then bye weeks. I like that's in between Tanner, Christian, and Rody's team. So 2 weeks left in the regular season. Big juicy matchups here. Me, the 5 seed, plays Tyler, the 7 seed. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
Eric, the 8 seed, plays Craig, the 6 seed. That is another big one. Christian, the 3 versus Marcus, the 4. Kyle, the 2 versus Derek, the 9. And then Debbie, the 10 versus Tanner, the 1. All big things. Yeah, just crazy things with like 6 teams on a bye too, right? So a bunch of people scrambling to fill big spots, man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
It is.
It's kind of weird week. So bench players who outscored their starters this week. Christian, why don't you take over, man? Where'd you go?
I'm so confused at this whole deal. I don't know why he's not in the starting lineup last week. I don't know why he's not in the starting lineup this week. I don't know if he's just completely mailed it in on setting his lineup, but like Sam Laporta needs to be in a starting lineup. Period. Like, I don't give a shit who he's playing. Laporta is real good. Like, any way you cut the cake, where is he at? Laporta is tight end
3 or 4, right? Yeah.
He's tight end 4.
Yeah.
I mean, he has 4 or 5 different like double-digit weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He's obviously the clear number 2 target on that team behind St. Brown. And it's really tough to like, justify starting anybody over him.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I had him most of the year, right? I definitely would be starting Laporta.
Yeah.
I assume he just hasn't looked at it quite yet this week. I also think Schultz is hurt, maybe. So
I don't think Schultz is playing this week.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Debbie, bench player who outscored the starter.
Yeah. Outscores the keeper. Or no, was Higgins a keeper?
Nope.
No, he wasn't. Jaden Reed over T. Higgins.
I like that one. I actually considered that one.
I think Jaden Reed, I read this. I think
Tyler's team?
Tyler's team, yeah.
Okay.
He's like the wide receiver 8 over the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Big matchup against Kansas City. They're probably going to have to be passing because they don't have a run game anyway. Dude's been hot. And he doesn't have a quarterback named Jake Browning and isn't coming off of a big injury. So I think that is a lock to be good to go this week.
Yeah, I like that one too. Jaden Reed, 15-round keeper too. I think.
Oh, he did get drafted?
I remember drafting him with my last pick. Yep. So an interesting one, right? Nonetheless. So
yeah.
I went Craig's team. Craig versus Eric, big matchup. He now has David Njoku in as his tight end. I'm going Evan Ingram, man. Just been solid, right? He hasn't found the end zone in a long time. Maybe he finds the end zone this week. I like Trevor Lawrence a lot more than I like PJ Walker. Just going Evan Ingram over Njoku and throwing a little magic sauce on that big matchup between Eric and Craig. So
I don't know if it changes your decision, but I'm pretty sure Mr. Joe Flacco is taking over this week.
Interesting.
I think he is. Yeah.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that. Still like Trevor Lawrence more than Joe Flacco.
Are you sure?
But I hear you. I dig it. I did not hear that actually. Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think he was listed as the official QB2 behind Dorian Thompson.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Trash talk of the week. Got one written in here. It says, is Dev already setting his NFL playoff lineups in hopes to get that first pick for next year's draft?
Boom. It's going to happen.
Is that what we're going to do again? That was fun last year.
Oh,
We've been doing that for a few years now.
Can't go wrong, man. Can't go
Yeah,
wrong.
no, I know. I just wanted to make sure.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Honestly, I forget about it every year, and then I get
Yeah.
re-excited about it every year. Like it
Right.
is, it's awesome, man. It's a lot of fun. So
But
Yeah.
no, I'm not setting them because the NFL playoff lineups are not even set themselves yet.
way too
dummy.
far out. Yep.
Whoever the dummy is that sent that in, check
way too
yourself.
way too far out. Christian, take us home. Betting lock of the week, man.
Yeah, we're kind of hot too. I think I hit at least 3 of the last 4, or maybe 4 in a row before I missed the week I was gone, and then obviously Thanksgiving week. I would have, and I obviously, you can believe me or not, but I would have bet the Dolphins a million times over against the Jets on Black Friday.
I get that.
That obviously would have covered the
No, I
Jets.
don't believe you.
Tim Boyle is, Tim, whatever. But I am going to a divisional matchup this week.
Mhm.
Noon slate, not the most exciting game, but I'm going Tampa Bay -5 over Carolina. I just think Carolina, I think they'll come out with a little spark after like firing Frank Reich, but I also don't think that's really the right move either. Like I don't think that was like the like we solved all of our issues.
It wasn't like Josh McDaniels. Yeah.
Oh no, Carolina still sucks peen. So
Not great.
Tampa Baker revenge game at
Mhm.
home against an old Carolina squad. Mike Evans is probably gonna mushroom stamp a lot of defensive backs for Carolina this week. Rashad White's a great play this week. Yeah, I don't even think it's going to be that close. I mean, divisional games usually are, but I think the Panthers are just so bad. I think the Bucks are going to kind of pull away, and the Bucks have been playing tough. So yeah, I like them. I like them -5 this week.
I like it, man. I
Love
think
it.
I would be on the same side there. Tried to trade for Mike Evans at the trade deadline.
I love that for you.
Did not happen though. So would have liked it myself. Should have just drafted him, right? But
Yeah.
What do you do, man?
Quick question. And obviously now the trade deadline's gone, we can kind of talk about it a little bit. Was there one player that you either were offered that you were considering, or one player that you tried to trade for? So like, that's outside of Mike Evans. Because like for me, I got a very solid, like enticing offer from Raheem Mostert due to my running back struggles.
Okay.
And I was tempted, but I just didn't pull the trigger. But it was a very solid offer.
Was it?
I think he was looking for either Chase or Jefferson, and I wanted to hold out hope for Achane coming back, and I didn't want to make that decision between the two Dolphins. But yeah, so I mean, and Raheem Mostert's obviously probably going to outscore both of them, but rest of the season, but it is what it is.
I was kind of quiet, man. I made my AJ Brown trade with Devi. I didn't have a whole lot much else to offer. I tried to offer like Puka in the 6th for a couple of things that I figured wouldn't get done, but no, my team was kind of set after the Brown thing.
Yeah.
Devi? Yeah, I mean you're sitting there with 2 of the best keepers already, right? So you were maybe quiet as well, but
I think it was like right. When was it? It was a few weeks ago, I think. Craig and I were kind of talking. He really wanted Brees. I think there were some other pieces. I wish I remembered the exact trade, but it was going to be, the 2 main pieces were Brees and Bijan. And I think there was a couple other pieces. And I was just really high on Brees, who obviously hasn't really done shit lately. So I got kicking myself for that. But I mean, now I'm officially, out of it. But God, I wish I could remember that. I might have to look and let you guys know. But it was kicking myself because I think I would have done that trade now in hindsight, obviously. But
let us know, man. I'm curious.
Maybe I'll reach out to Craig, see if he remembers, or check our text or something.
Good question, boys.
Yeah.
Next week, final regular season week. We'll have to do something special maybe. So we'll think on it. We'll come back at it. Good luck with everyone with their footballs. Let's go watch some Thursday night action.
That's right. There's a game.
Go Dak. Go Dak and go Lamb.
Yes, sir. That stack has been nasty. So I got good feelings. So,
Well,
boys,
they blanked on the first drive, but it is what it is.
good luck,
So-
boys. See you guys next week.
See you guys.